Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Jamila and welcome back to my lab. So for today's video, we're going to use Canva and Cricut's new offset feature to create this shirt. I'll have everything you need in the description box below. If you like the video, you learned something new, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Alright guys, to begin this project, we're just going to start in canva.com and we're just going to go ahead and select US letter document. So now we're going to go over here to elements and type in number frame. And you just want to select the numbers that look like this. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my 2021 for 2021. I'm going to select all of them, position them in the middle, and center them. And this is just a quicker way to size them all down at the same time. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and size them. Let's do 2 inches. Let's do the width 2 inches, the height 3.2. Okay, and I'm just going to turn this to black just for the purpose of this video so you guys can see what I'm doing better. Okay, so now I have my numbers. Let me just go ahead and put them in order. Okay, so I have them all lined up nice and neat. Now we're just going to go ahead to uploads and we're just going to upload whatever photo it is that you want to use for this project. I'm going to make this shirt for my homegirl. So shout out to her. She'll be graduating in May with her master's in social work. So, and shout out to her for not only graduating, but allowing us to use her images for this project. So I have this one, that one. Let me grab this one. And let me see. I'll grab this one as well. Okay, so I'm just going to move them all out the way. For now, just bring it down to the bottom just a little bit. So I'm just going to take this picture and just kind of hover it over the number until it like disappears back there. Now, as you can see, like her face is cut off. So we'll just highlight that, go up here to crop, make the picture a little bit bigger, and just move it upwards, make the necessary adjustments until we get it to how we want it. And that looks good. And I'm just going to continue the same process for the rest of the pictures. That looks good. Let's do a black one. That looks good. I love when they just fall in easily. Spoke too soon. Let me just crop that. Let's go ahead and make it bigger. All right, so all of these look good. So I'm just gonna make sure I turn this back to white because I only wanted it black so you guys could see better what I was doing. That's not white. All right, so now we're just gonna go up here and download it. We're saving it to our computer. We're going to download it as a PNG, and I want it as a transparent background. Now this is the Canva Pro feature. So if you don't have Canva Pro, you will have to pay extra for it. But you know what? Never mind. I'm just going to show you guys how to do it even if you don't have Canva Pro. Okay, so we're just going to download as a PNG and save it to our computer. Go ahead over here to the file folder. Okay, bring that down. Let's go over here to Cricut Design Space where we have a blank canvas and go to upload. Upload image. And we're going to take the image and just drag and drop it over there. Let's do complex because it is an image and you want all the details and things. So since we didn't save this with the transparent background from Canva. We're just going to take this select and erase wand tool and just hit the white background. And now we have a transparent background. So we just go ahead to continue. We'll save it as a print then cut. Hit upload. And we'll just go ahead and insert the image into our canvas. Awesome. So now that we have that, of course, this is too big for the print and cut dimensions. So we need to change it to 6.75 by 9.25 or less. So I want this to be as wide as possible. So I'm going to type in, I want the width to be 9.25. And that takes the height to 3.894 because I left it locked, so it auto adjusted. And so that'll be pretty good for this project. And let me just zoom out just a little bit because we're going to add some text. Now I'm going to type in proud. And I like a nice thick bold font. Oh. Impact is usually my go-to. Stretch that out to my width to be about 10 inches. I don't know if I want to use impact for this. Let's see what it looks like with the offset tool. I think it's overpowering the 2021. Maybe if I change the width to 9, or maybe let's do 8. Yeah. And so her school colors are like orange, that's not orange, orange and blue. So that is the colors I'm going to be using. So it's going to say proud 2021. Oh, okay. And so let's do the offset for this as well. We're going to highlight that, hit offset. That looks good. So I love this outline right here, right? But as you can see, this is filled in. And since we're using like printable transfer paper for this part, you can't layer printable transfer paper on top of vinyl. So what we're going to do is take these 2 layers and we're just going to slice it. Okay, so we'll move that. And now we have the outline and we don't need this, so we can just delete that. So we have this part and then we have this, which is going to be the vinyl, which gives it that super cute outline that we love. And I think I'm going to do my outline in blue. Let me see what it looks like in orange. No, I'm gonna do blue because this shirt has this like orange and white. Okay, so we're gonna do proud 2021, add some more text, and it's going to say graduate. And I'm going to do an offset for this as, you know what, this might actually be cute as like a script font. So let me just see if I can find a script font. I don't want to be here all day looking for fonts. And that's usually what happens. No. Okay, so I have my fonts, and so this is how, so this is the design, and I think it looks pretty cool. Let me see. I don't know what color I want to do this. I don't want too much blue. I don't want too much orange. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do an offset for this as well. So just go up here to the toolbar because I'm so excited about this feature. So I'm just going to offset anything. So, you know, if you slide this bar, it gets bigger. And the little blue around the text is like your preview. So you either have it bigger or smaller, depending on your preference. And I think that looks good. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit apply. It's cute with the black, but let's change that to blue. Let's do the opposite of how we had it there. Or let me see, what does it look like? The orange and then the text blue. I like to go the other way. All right, y'all. So we have everything. So we'll just go ahead and hit make it. Oh, okay. So we need to change this from a print to cut to a cut. And change the color back to blue. Okay, cool. Now we got it. So now let's go ahead and make it. And since we are using HTV, which is heat transfer vinyl, let's make sure that we mirror everything. All right, let's just go ahead and send this to the printer and let it print. Turn the bleed off, and I just need one copy. Once I have everything cut and weeded, I'm just going to go ahead and pre-press my shirt. So after I pre-press my shirt, I'm just going to use my t-shirt ruler guide that we created in another tutorial, and I'll link that for you in the description box if you need it. And that's just going to help me find the center of the shirt and to make sure that my design is about 2.5 to 3 inches down from the collar, because we never want our design to be too high or too low. So once I have my ruler on there, I'm just going to place the HTV as close to the bottom of the ruler as possible. And then I'm just going to press my bottom layer of HTV for about 5 seconds. I really just want to press it enough to release it from the transfer paper. And I'm not going to do a full press until the end where I have all my layers on the shirt. So I'm just going to go ahead and tack that down for about 5 seconds. And I am using glitter vinyl, so you can layer glitter HTV on top of glitter HTV, but you cannot layer regular plain HTV on top of glitter HTV. So if you want to use glitter HTV, it has to be the top layer. So I'm just going to go ahead and repeat this process of layering putting my vinyl down, tacking it down for about 5 seconds until I have all the vinyl onto my shirt. And anytime you press the vinyl, you want to make sure that you're covering up so that the heat press doesn't touch the vinyl, because then it can melt it and ruin your whole shirt. So every time I press this, I'm just going to cover it. And again, I'm just pressing for about 5 seconds, just enough to release the vinyl from the transfer onto the shirt. And once I lay down my final layer of graduate, then I'll go through and press the vinyl down for 30 seconds. So once I have all of the vinyl down, I'm just going to go ahead and take our dark transfer paper and peel the image away from the paper. I like to flip it over and just slowly peel the image away. And this just prevents the image from curling up, because once it curls, it's so hard to work with and lay flat. And then I'm just going to get that in between the outline as best as I can. So once I have all the images on there, I'm just going to add a little bit of heat tape just to secure the image down and just make sure it doesn't shift. But I'll be very cautious about adding heat tape and where you add it if you want to do this step. I was super nervous about it, but it turned out fine. But just be careful if you decide to use the heat tape, because it can peel off some of your picture, or depending on what brand of heat tape you use, stain your shirt. So just be super careful with that. So I'm just going to make sure it's all secure. Then I'm going to cover up my vinyl and everything. Just cover everything up before I press it. And then I'll just press it again for about 40 seconds, just to make sure our printable vinyl is adhered to the shirt. Now, you don't want to press your vinyl too long or too many times or too hot, because then you'll burn your vinyl and it won't adhere to your garments. Okay, so that's why I only tacked it down for about 5 seconds in the beginning, because at the end we do this final press to make sure everything is adhered nice and properly on the shirt. And then I'll just go ahead and remove everything, and I'm using a pair of tweezers to carefully remove the heat tape. And that is it, you guys. That is our shirt. It's actually pretty easy. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.